That's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted. That's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. If that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From midfield here, Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. From the 29, Dalton. That's going to be caught. 27 yards there, a first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Mixon trying to punch it in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So now it's third and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Here's Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Turn up. Kill, turn up. Check. 80 weapon. Echo.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man. Complete. 39 yards there. Big one.
A gain of 39 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
I'm letting you know right now. Check 25. Check 25.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Jackson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hatchet.
This is the rookie from Oklahoma State, Justice Hill. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Slam. Slam.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dalton, he gets this one to Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Take out 368.
And Dalton to throw. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Hey. 4 down.
368.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And a Bengal first down.
Watch the
run. You gon' take it.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon.
Watch the twist.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Watch tight. Tight ends right.
On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton finding Green complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll give it to Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you started the football.
He's got a man, complete, past the 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, an 80-yard touchdown, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Earl Thomas in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Andy Dalton. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Dalton throwing the out route incomplete. It's Boyd. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
There you go, 368.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cordell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? He's going to air it out deep for Green. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. This one complete to Ingram. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch 57. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Dalton with a give here to Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Going deep downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Say, say, say. 57's a must.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Watch Mike. Switch up.
Throwing again. Jackson. That one complete to Hill. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. For Lamar Jackson, his first NFL start came against the Cincinnati Bengals November 18th in Baltimore of last year. And he threw for 150 yards, ran for 119 more as the Ravens won 24-21 to kick off what became a 6-1 final stretch that got him the AFC North title. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Evans. What persistence, and that persistence pays off. Tracks him down for a 19-yard loss. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Jackson on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 99. Switch.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the out. Hey, Mike 52. Hey, watch that.
Now it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready. Took the outlaw. My part 2. All you get is a headache. Hey, I got one. Let's go.
Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins got home that time.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
First down, Bengals.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
There you go, Cam. There you go, 368. Get wide.
Dalton here from the gun. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
This is Ingram. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence, Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Big air. 22, jet, cover. 22, jet.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd and 6 at the Bengals' 13-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. This is Mixon. And up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
93, 52, 93.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards to pick up there.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. To throw here, Dalton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They come out here in the eye. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Vigil in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Jackson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jordan Evans able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They can't stop me out here.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
At the 48-yard line.
Hands up. Ladies.
Hey, let's get that ball here.
Hey.
Switch. Showing up.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
368.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun. Dalton. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, it really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Hey, Mike 52. Get ready. Check.
Throwing is Jackson. Roberts got it. And fights through one man. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. From the gun, Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Switch gears. No.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD.
Good one, boy. Let's go.
Oh, That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Let's go for it. Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 24, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Bullock good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Jackson on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Go.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cincinnati, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.